After months of anticipation, the wait is finally over. Michael is entering a brand new chapter as the film reaches streaming audiences. And for Jaafar Jackson, this moment could mean much more than simply having another movie available to watch. It represents the next stage of an incredible journey, one that began when he accepted the enormous challenge of portraying his legendary uncle, Michael Jackson. And now a whole new audience is about to discover Jaafar's performance. Playing Michael Jackson was never going to be an ordinary acting role. Michael was one of the most recognizable entertainers in history, and millions of fans already had their own memories, expectations, and opinions about him. That meant Jaafar had an enormous responsibility. He had to capture the spirit of Michael, while also bringing his own performance to the screen. And that is what made Michael such an important moment for Jaafar. It wasn't simply a film connected to his family. It was his major introduction to audiences around the world as an actor. Now the story is reaching another important stage. Streaming gives Michael an opportunity to reach people who may not have gone to theaters to see it. And that could be extremely important for Jaafar. Think about it. Someone who knows Michael Jackson but has never really followed Jaafar could watch the film today and become curious about the person behind the performance. That means today's audience could become tomorrow's Jaafar Jackson fans. And for a young actor building a career, that kind of exposure can be incredibly valuable. But here's where the story becomes even more interesting. What happens after Michael? Jaafar isn't stopping here. His next major acting chapter is already taking shape with Supermax, where he is set to appear alongside Will Smith. And this could be a very important test. With Michael, audiences were watching Jaafar portray one of the world's biggest icons. With Supermax, they'll have the opportunity to see Jaafar simply as an actor, taking on a different character and a completely different type of story. If he succeeds, it could help establish Jaafar as more than the actor who played Michael Jackson. It could be the beginning of a genuine Hollywood career. And then there's the question fans cannot stop asking. What about Michael 2? As legitimate production information develops, the possibility of another chapter in Michael's story remains one of the biggest topics for fans. But this is where we have to separate confirmed information from online rumors. If Jaafar returns for another installment, the expectations could be even greater the second time around. He would be returning to a character audiences already associate strongly with his performance, and that could make Michael 2 one of the most anticipated chapters of his career. So today's streaming moment isn't simply about watching Michael from home. It's about looking at how far Jaafar Jackson has already come and wondering where this journey could take him next. From portraying Michael Jackson to working alongside major Hollywood stars and potentially returning for another chapter of the Michael story. Jaafar's career is entering a fascinating new era. And perhaps the most exciting part is that his story is no longer only about following Michael's legacy. It's about creating a legacy of his own. What do you think about Jaafar Jackson's journey so far? Do you think he can establish himself as one of Hollywood's next major stars? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to follow every Jaafar Jackson update, from Supermax to the latest Michael 2 developments, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because Jaafar's next chapter is only beginning.